gang, let's meet the people who live in the Burns house, George and Gracie. One of the most familiar melodies on the American scene, among my souvenirs. Meredith Willson and his music.
Home, and as George sits down to breakfast, he is greeted by some wonderful news from Gracie.
Eat all the bacon you want, George. Our meat shortage is over.
How come?
Well, I just got a letter from Cousin Nellie on the farm. They're sending us a hog.
I don't believe it. That's the same Cousin Nellie who said she was knitting me a white sweater, but I never got it.
Well, Grandpa wouldn't let her send it.
Why not?
Well, you know how nearsighted Nellie is. Grandpa was dozing while she worked on the white sweater, and she knitted his beard into it.
I see.
Mama says he's very attached to it.
Probably never see the hog, either.
Oh, yes, you will. Here, I'll read you the letter from Nellie. Dear Cousin Gracie, I will make this short as we are very busy butchering all the hogs right now. That is all but Nellie and Francis.
They're hogs? I thought your cousins were named Nellie and Francis.
Well, Uncle John always gives his hogs the same names as his children.
Well, isn't that confusing?
Well, certainly not. Once you get to know them, you can tell them apart easily.
I guess so.
Yeah, I'll read on. Last night, Francis had 12 little ones with the cutest curly tails. Well, you see, now that couldn't be my cousin. She's not married.
No comment. Read on.
Mama told Papa to make some brine and get the pig's feet pickled. But Papa thought she said wine and got pickled first.
Get to the part where they give us the hog.
All right, here it is. We are sending you Henry. Henry is the biggest boar in Jackson County.
Boar?
Yes. I called Meredith Willson, who used to live on a farm, and he said a boar is a lady pig's husband.
Oh, I see. Henry is probably the father of those 12 little ones.
Yeah. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Henry should arrive there Thursday at the latest.
Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
That's today. I better go out and rent a freezing locker.
Come in.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Meredith.
Hi, Mayor.
Say, Gracie, why did you phone and ask me all those questions about pigs?
Oh, George and I are going to have one.
Well, congratulations, George.
Her cousin is sending us one to eat.
Oh, I see.
Going to eat one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It'll probably be a little shoat.
Well, who cares if it's short as long as it's fat?
It's not a shoat, Meredith. We're getting a boar.
Oh. Well, if I may offer a little advice, a boar is not as tender as a hog of the opposite... if you'll pardon the expression, sex. When we had a boar, we always barbecued it.
Say, that's an idea. We could have a big crowd over and barbecue Henry in the backyard.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. How do you barbecue a boar, Meredith?
Well, first you hit him over the head with a mallet. Then you scald him with boiling water and put a metal rod through him and suspend him over a bed of hot coals.
My.
And then you put an apple in his mouth.
Well, isn't that a little late to try making friends with him?
Don't bother explaining it, Meredith.
Well, by the way, Gracie, I'd be glad to make the barbecue sauce for you.
Oh, thank you, Meredith. Where did you learn so much about cooking?
Well, my folks had one of those little combination gas stations and cafes. We lost money, though.
How come?
I never could figure why. I painted a huge sign which should have attracted customers. It said, eat here and get gas.
Meredith, business was bad because of that sign you painted.
Yes, it should have been neon.
Yeah, that's what I meant. People didn't know the place was open at night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tell your folks to put up a neon sign that says, eat here and get gas all night.
You two should be in business together. Goodbye, Meredith.
Goodbye, all. See you at the barbecue.
See you at the barbecue.
Oh, look, George, here comes my Texas friend, Mr. Judson. We'll invite him to our barbecue.
Okay. Gee, to look at that cowboy, you'd never think he had $23 million.
Come in.
Howdy, little lady.
Oh, hello, Mr. Judson.
Howdy, little man.
Hi.
Well, I'm glad you dropped in, Mr. Judson. We're having a barbecue tonight, and you're invited.
Well, I thank you kindly. I ain't been to a barbecue since I left Texas and come to the territories.
Did you have lots of barbecues down there?
Yep. Just before I left, we had a fine one. Barbecued 5,000 pounds of pork.
Goodness. How many pigs did you cook?
Just one.
You trying to tell me that Texas pigs weigh 5,000 pounds?
Only when they're the runt of the litter.
The small one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I had one he-hog that was pretty good size. In fact, I had to keep him penned up when the circus come to town.
Why?
He kept flirting with the lady elephants.
Really,
Pardon me, boys. I'll see who's on the phone.
Judson, you must be the richest guy in Texas.
Oh, shucks, no. Down there, I'm what we call fixed, comfortable. Just pegging along with my $24 million.
Last time I saw you, it was $23 million.
Yeah. Well, last week, my youngest boy was playing mumbly peg. The knife stuck into the ground a mite deeper than usual, and up come another darned oil wells.
Gee, that's a shame.
Say, when we have a barbecue in Texas, we celebrate high, wide, and handsome. Do you mind if I bring my .45 along and do a little sociable shooting?
No, not if you watch where you shoot.
Oh, I'll just fire up in the air. I wouldn't waste a Texas bullet on you aliens.
Okay, bring the gun.
Yeah, well, I'll be moseying along.
George, that was Blanche Martin. Oh, are you leaving, Mr. Judson?
Yep, to get ready for your barbecue, little lady. Your husband says I can bring my old .45 along.
Well, of course, we want to meet your wife.
Oh, I like your sense of humor, ma'am. I'll be seeing you.
From the latest Crosby picture, Country Style, Meredith Willson and his orchestra.
George, I've made out a list of the people to invite to our barbecue, and it comes to 47.
47?
Mm-hmm.
Hope we'll have enough pork to go around.
Oh, I'm sure we will. After all, the letter said that Henry is the biggest bore in Jackson County. And I've only invited our closest friends. There'll be the 8 girls from the Beverly Hills Uplift Society and their 9 husbands. And then there'll
Wait a minute. The 8 girls have 9 husbands?
Well, no, not actually. You see, Blanche Morton's son is 21 now, and it would embarrass her to admit that she has a grown son, so she tells people she has 2 husbands.
And that saves embarrassment.
Yes. And then there'll be Mr. Judson and his wife, and Dr. Miller and his wife, and Meredith Wilson and the woman he's engaged to.
Meredith is engaged?
Yes. Oh, he's such a gentleman. He was walking behind this perfectly strange woman, and suddenly she turned around.
So?
Their noses bumped, and he thinks he ought to marry her.
What a schmo.
And then I'm asking Bill Goodwin, of course, and that'll mean 15 more people.
15?
Well, he'll bring the women he's engaged to.
I forgot, yeah.
Yeah, and then, of course, I'm inviting Cary Grant.
I don't think he'll show up.
Why not? He's going to be on our radio program next week, and we can talk about it.
Gracie, you upset Cary Grant. You always do something to him.
You know what?
What?
He does something to me, too. Well, that's my list. Now, you run next door and invite Dr. Miller and his wife, and I'll go buy the trimmings for the barbecue.
Be sure to get some charcoal.
What for?
So we can have a charcoal barbecue.
Oh. Well, all right. I'll get some charcoal for you, but the rest of us...
start with the feet.
All right. I'll put the pig's feet right here on the floor.
No, they don't look right.
No, they don't. Would it help if we took them out of the jar?
Yeah, it might.
Now, here are 4 hams for the legs. What comes next?
The sides.
Oh, well, here they are. The butcher only had one side of pork, so I bought that and one side of mutton.
Won't that be noticeable?
No. We'll tell George that this pig is pork on his father's side and mutton on his mother's side.
What an idea.
And what comes next?
The head.
Oh, well, I couldn't get a head, so we'll take this cantaloupe and put a pair of glasses on it.
Well, can't your husband tell a cantaloupe from a pig's head?
Not if we use his glasses. Now, where will we put these sausages? Oh, I know. We'll hang them on the head for curls. There.
Cousin Gracie, I've called a lot of pigs, but nothing like this ever answered.
No, we're not finished yet. Now, let's see. We'll take the pork chops and put them here and hang the bacon from his ribs, and then we'll put this...
Well, Gracie, I finished digging the barbecue. What is that?
That's our pig.
What happened to it?
Oh, well, the poor thing was walking here from the station, and it tried to cross Hollywood Boulevard.
Holy smoke. Henry is the worst-looking mess I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's what everybody says about me.
You? Who are you?
I'm Henry.
But you can't be Henry. They said he was the biggest bore in Jackson County.
You haven't known me very long.
Gracie, is he what they sent us from the farm?
Yes, George. He's my cousin once removed. And I think it'll be soon he'll be twice removed.
You're not kidding. Henry.
Yes, sir?
Stick this apple in your mouth and follow me to the barbecue pit.
George, don't you dare!
Bill Goodwin speaking. This is the United States Armed Forces Radio Service, the voice of information and education.